Welcome to another broadcast of happiness, where it's spelled with an IS at the end, so as to remind you that happiness is, period. No, it is acceptance. It's just that moment where you let things be what they are. It's not wrestling the circumstances to something that you think they should be, or that they were, or that they one day will naturally become, but allowing what is to be what is and embracing that in its perfection. Thank you for rejoining me over in this room. If you're watching on the playback, this is like my fourth start. Just couldn't get her off the ground. In any case, so today's broadcast is about, it's about just the topic happiness. And my intention is for you to use this transmission to feel better. And maybe, like I'm saying, it's not necessarily about making yourself feel better, but slowing down making yourself feel bad. Kind of think of like our natural state as the sun. It's golden, it's warm, it's doing its thing. And then we have ideas, and that's the weather. And we kind of need ideas to interface with and create the world around us. And I don't mean that in like a obscure, like with your mind create. I mean really like what you're touching, how you're acting, etc. So let's see, where does Spirit want to go now? Let's start with thankfulness. And it's basic, but in its basicness, sometimes it's there. In its basicness, you forget its profundity. Okay, so right now, call to heart something that makes you feel loved. Maybe it's somebody that you can think of. Maybe it's a time. Maybe it's the way the sun hits you. Really kind of like answer it as you wish. And as you're feeling that, I want you to relax a little bit more. Like imagine that loving energy was going to take care of you. So you don't have to be on your edge. You don't have to be on your anticipatory edge. You can relax a little. It's coming. You're okay. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. As you exhale, push out all feels like guilt. Let your guilt go. Guilt you think you should have, guilt you don't think you should have, guilt you don't know why you have. We're exhaling that. In its place, imagine a sturdiness backfilling. So kind of like a confidence in self, a confidence in life that makes you feel you count that you'll act rightly. Hey guys. Today is a happiness broadcast, and we're just stimulating the feels, just stoking the fire. Okay, now I want you to take some weight off your shoulders. So this feels to me kind of like it's like the weight to figure out how things came to be. I'm like, oh, yep, that's it. You don't need to know how they came to be. All right, so now I want you to go down to your heart. I see mine kind of has like a shell around it. I'm going to fill the shell with a kind of like liquid gold. You can do whatever you want with yours. I want you to say this word with me. Discernment. 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 That means that you have the power to know what feels good to you and what doesn't, to say what's right for you and what's not right for you, regardless of what anybody else is saying or thinking or wanting or doing. Discernment. And then that extends from the body, that idea, discernment, and kind of creates a shell, a much larger shell around the body, kind of like a force field, actually. That's nice. And in that, then the heart, oh hey, the heart can breathe some, okay? If you're just joining, what we're doing is a happiness practice. And so far we've created space, and we are practicing the idea of discernment. Okay, so see if you can relax a little bit more through the shoulders, and from like here to here, allow the space to be somewhat like, if you've ever played with like blinds, wood slatted blinds that are on a string, like open the string and kind of let sunlight and air move through this space. And out goes all that is ready to go. See if you can feel more connected to the ground. And some of you might know what a crown chakra is, but if not, it's the energy center at the top of your head in some schools of thought. And imagine that energy center, kind of like it receives, it is opening. It's kind of like this big funnel. And then I hear, I am truth. And so it feels like to suggest playing with that phrase in a way that's right for you. So maybe that's something you write and contemplate later. Maybe it's something that you have a place for right now, and you're going to put it right there, right in your heart. It might go on the back of your head. So whenever I feel back here, that's signage to me that it has something to do with fear or some kind of survival patterning. You can kind of, actually, if you're interested in learning how to tap into your intuition and read signals from your body better or more, you can sign up for an info session. I'll talk to you about how that process works with me, with clients. There's so much information that you can access at any time to help you interpret what's happening in a way that you can respond to it more intentionally. So it's kind of like you can see it or place it within something that matters to you or where you want to go, and then act differently. Okay. All right. Where are we now? Does anybody have any questions? Anything going on out in the crowd? Okay, the last thing I see is a rainbow. And so after a storm, kind of like the lull, the stillness, where there is a quietness in the air, kind of like a quietness overall. We're so used to noise all the time, like chat, info. See if you can play in some of that post-storm stillness. And in it, just fucking breathe. Allow yourself to really relax into that space, that calm. Is that it for today? That's it for today. So if you're joining on YouTube, these are filmed live on Instagram, Shaylee __ Edwards. If you're on Instagram, they're on YouTube. And if any of this is helpful, please send me a message or comment, save, subscribe, do all the things that help me do my thing. I'm also now broadcasting energy readings on TikTok, so that would be a more serendipitous experience, and that I'll just be speaking as a channel to whatever comes to me, and perhaps there's something that'll come in there. Thank you so much, Andy. That's for you. You can check it out as you're there. And I think it's at Shaylee Edwards there. Like I said, oh, hey, thanks. Like I said, I work with clients one-to-one. It's the most fun thing in the world ever. So if you're interested in that, you can look at habitbook.com. I have some more on the process, a ton of client reviews, and I'm also happy to talk to you, the free info call, about how to, like, what to expect and if it's the right fit for what you want to do. Okay, thanks everybody for coming.